Hi everyone, hi Nick. I have another completed journal to share with you today. I finished this yesterday, but then I just started pulling it apart again this morning because I don't want any more glue or paper malfunctions. So I've re-glued and doubled up on some things, and hopefully this one will be okay. It is 9 by 6 with a cardstock cover. I wanted to use a clasp envelope, but this fabric is quite sheer thin, so you could see the envelope through it, and that didn't look so good. So this is just some cream 110-pound cardstock, so it's still pretty firm, and it's lined. The inside is cardstock as well, so it's good and sturdy. This fabric is it's gorgeous. I love it. It is it's a decorative pillow sham. It's got some embroidery, and it's got some ruching, some ribbon here woven through, some lace. My mother gave it to me, and it had a ruffle way around the edge, which I cut off. My mother gave it to me. I'm not sure if it was hers or if it was Nan's, but her mother, my grandmother's. I've had it for a while. Just couldn't bring myself to cut it, but I figured this was, might as well use it because it's not not doing any good sitting in the drawer. I stitched it on anyway, and then I trimmed it all the way around with Nan's pinkers, and then around the spine I just tied some cream colored crocheted lace and some white, this is actually stretchy, lace, and these are all vintage or antique, and some white seam binding across at the bottom third. This is some gorgeous trim with like these grape clusters on it, and I can't remember where I got it. It was given to me, but I can't remember. Renee, I think, but I can't remember. I've had it for a while. It was just a short piece, and I'm got maybe like that much left. Closure is these teal eyelets and some more white seam binding. Tim Holtz butterfly that I embossed, and then I just on a piece of paper towel, some Inca gold in the old silver one, just really lightly, and glued that on, and then started playing around with some layered fabric flowers. This is a vintage crochet doily that I did not make, an old button, and this, and some old lace, and this is some antique linen. I cut up a towel that was my great-grandmother's, and these are all run through the Tim Holtz tattered flower dye, and I just sewed them together with some of the cotton string that I used to bind the journals. So I was doing some stress crafting over the weekend, and I was playing around with a bunch of stuff, so I made a whole pile of those. And on the edge of the pages is just some cream or white vintage lace. This is very shabby chicy, and there's two very chunky signatures in there. So we'll go flip through here. Oh great, I'm gonna tie this. Nope, didn't get it tied into a big knot. This is kind of a mishmash of this, that, and the other. This paper is from the English Rose Garden paper stack. The main pages are Tsunami Rose, some of the butterfly collection, and then I've got Tsunami Rose, Ephemera, Dreams, etc., Artie Mays, and Ephemera's Vintage Garden, some stuff I got on the internet, and some vintage stuff from my stash. So we got a lot of butterflies in here. I made pockets out of scraps. A A lot of it is coffee dyed. Pretty much everything is coffee dyed. Everything that's sewn around is backed onto coffee dyed paper. So these are Dreams, etc. This is Tsunami Rose. And that's Dreams, etc. This is the Winged Elements kit. So a lot of the stuff comes from there, and had these little ephemera pieces. And this is also Dreams, etc. A different kit. Can't remember the name of it now. Botanical. This is the Janet Marsh book. Vintage magazine from the 30s. Tracing paper. That's Dreams, etc. That is Tsunami Rose. I didn't back the ones I had to fold. This makes it too thick. Tsunami Rose. Tim Holtz. Lined paper. Edith Holden. This is an ephemera pack from my stash, which I don't remember the name of it. And I've seen Paula be doing this quite a bit. She calls them paper snippets. Just pull things and just sew them together. So I made a whole stack of those too. So I used a bunch of these in here to make tuck spots. That is Tsunami Rose. That's Dreams, etc. And this is from my stash of antique and vintage stuff. It's a page from a diary. And it starts in like 1935. From August. So that's just kind of neat. I've had that for ages. Book page. Calendar. Some more magazine, also from the 30s. Belly band, another one of the flowers. It's an envelope, Dreams, etc. There's nothing in there. Book page, glassine bag with just a postcard. There. Nursery rhymes. Mother Goose rhymes. It's one of those paper collage paper snippet, whatever you want to call it. And I put a die cut on there. Tsunami Rose jars, and that's Dreams, etc. Ledger was gifted to me. Sheet music. This is the middle of this signature, and it's an Edith Holden page. It's nothing exciting on the inside, so it's not a picture, it's just dates. So I clipped it together so it all does come apart. And there's a little butterfly die cut, and this all comes off. It's just like a date thing, kind of a perpetual calendar kind of thing for April. You know, it can be journaled on or whatever. It's like, this is another envelope that I just stuck in there. Stuck it in there and clipped it all together. And tuck that there. It's another tuck spot. This is some Dreams, etc. Ephemera. This I got on the internet. Vintage library card. And some more butterflies. Tsunami Rose. Sheet music. This is the back of everything. This is Dreams, etc. So there's that on the internet. And that's Tim Holtz. Another paper snippet, scrap paper, and Ephemeris Vintage Garden. That's the other half of the glassine bag, and this is a great big Sudoku that Renee gave me. It's avocado dyed. Sounds really cool. Love that crackle. So I can play it or journal on it. I can only do the easy ones. I don't know how people do the hard ones of these. Numbers are not my thing. That's Nick's thing. He graduates high school in 2.5 weeks, and he will be going off to college and majoring in math. Tsunami Rose, no, Dreams, etc. That's an altered index card. Got some of the ruffle off of the cover, and some vintage lace and a die cut, and some stamping and bits and pieces. And this was the front of the Mother's Day card my mother gave me, and yeah, that's my hair most days, so I had to save that. And more magazine and calendar. There's a little tuck spot with a to-do list. And it was awards night at school last night, and Nick won. He was awarded the New Hampshire Scholars Award. So we're very proud of him. And I was playing around with the that kind of folded up in a triangle square sort of thing that I've seen Yvonne do a few times. And I tried something. I didn't watch the tutorial, and I couldn't remember exactly how she had it folded, so I kind of folded mine like they do a hotel napkin, restaurant napkin. And I tucked this behind it. And this is some paper flowers that I just glued and sewed together with a button. Glued that on there. And then these are all just tucked in. That's Tim Holtz, that's Tsunami Rose, and that's Dreams, etc. And then this all will open up like that. Now, I know that's not exactly right, but I couldn't remember exactly how it was. So I did it this way. Now I get that in. There, do it that way. More Edith Holden. Another tuck spot. I get that off the internet, and that is Tsunami Rose. And come on. A paper clip. And that is Dreams, etc. Love those tags. And this is a paper clip as well. It's one of those ginormous ones. Those big 4-inch paper clips. And this is a small tag that comes with that Winged Elements kit. So I put it on the big paper clip. And then I just made a journaling card out of some scrap paper. And then this on the back, perpetual calendar. And this is all layered up. There's these two little ones, whoops, here. And then, what did I do? Oh yeah, it's this. It's Tsunami Rose. And then there's a coffee dyed glassine bag with a die cut on it. And then I got this little guy in here. And then this is Artie Mays. It's the dragonfly tags. And I just left them. I just love this one. I just left them all together. And come on. Cooperate. There. That's the middle. It's another one of those tags, small tags. And that's Tsunami Rose, and those are both Dreams, etc. More Edith Holden. And the page. Another side pocket, Tsunami Rose, and Dreams, etc. ledger. Some more from that magazine. A little bottom tuck here. That's Tsunami Rose, and this is a letter from the 20s. And I think it's between two sisters, I think. So I haven't read all of it, but it's kind of neat. If I get it back in there without ripping the envelope, it's so delicate. There we go. On the top tuck with some more butterflies. It's another one of those napkin folded up thingies. And that's another paper flower that I pulled apart. It was a rose. Pulled the center out of it, squashed it, and then glued it back together and put some vintage lace in a button. And I have these two down here. That's Tim Holtz, that's Dreams, etc. Oops, this is also Tim Holtz, that's glued down. And then it opens like that. If I can get everything back the way I had it, maybe good to go. I guess. Oops. It's another glassine bag. Am I in frame? Yeah, I guess I am. There's a game sheet, master scorecard for Facts in 5. Never heard of that game, but Renee gave me that. That's kind of cool. One magazine, another side tuck, Tsunami Rose and Dreams, etc. That's a Tim Holtz, and it's on the back of another paper clip, and that is Tsunami Rose, and it's just blank on the back. Some more nursery rhymes, side tuck with a Queen Anne's lace die cut on there, and I used that one because it's almost the same flowers. That's Tsunami Rose, and I printed it on ledger. Middle, another layered up tuck here. What we got? Oh yeah, the little boys go behind the bike, and then Dreams, etc. Tsunami Rose, Dreams, etc. And it's just a piece of embossed paper. I was playing with a new embossing folder. I was just kicking around. Put that in there. Kind of a corner belly band with another one of these layered flowery things, and a Dreams, etc. postcard. Another glassine bag with another envelope, just empty. This just fits. So if I can get it back in here, I'm doing good. Oh, there we go. Okay, and there's another one of these big paper clips. It's another one of those 4-inch paper clips. And this is a Tsunami Rose. And on the back, put another one of the big tags. Some more tracing paper, another tuck spot. I don't remember, it's an ephemera pack that I bought, and Tsunami Rose, printed on graph paper. Another little tuck spot with some postcard, Tsunami Rose postcard. And some butterflies. It's another altered index card. These are both Tsunami Rose. And yeah, I think, yep, you can tuck under there too. Edith Holden. One more corner tuck. Another large journal card tag. Tsunami Rose and Tim Holtz. And one more page, and that is it. So this will be listed in the shop. Pop on over there and check it out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I will see you next time with another journal. Thanks for watching. Bye.